Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. It is said quite often nowadays that to be able to live a good life, we need to be emotionally intelligent. And this emotional intelligence is considered much more important as compared to the IQ, intelligence, intelligence quotient. I don't say that that is totally absurd or nonsense because that is also important. But obviously, emotional intelligence is much more important. Why? Because people who are not much intelligent, not even much educated, they are seen leading a very good life. They become successful. Why? Because they are emotionally intelligent. What is this emotional intelligence? What is this emotional mental what is this emotional well-being? Because emotional well-being mean being happy, comfortable emotionally, leading a fulfilling life. Dear friend, today we are simply going to talk about what is meant by the emotional well-being. There are 10 things to understand in this respect. First of all, it is emotional awareness. We need to become aware, recognizing and understanding emotions. Recognizing and understanding emotions. That is the number one thing. We need to recognize, we need to understand. Recognizing, knowing what is the name of this emotion, and recognizing, accepting that this is this emotion, and then, of course, trying to understand it. That is the number one thing. Now, the second is emotional regulation. What is this emotional regulation? Managing emotions effectively. Not only that we need to recognize, not only that we need to understand, rather we need to manage it, rather we need to regulate it as well. Regulating the emotions effectively, that is called emotional regulation. Now the third thing about the emotional well-being is resilience. What is this resilience? It is coping with adversity and stress, coping with being able to cope with the adversity and stress. That is called resilience. So that is the third thing, which is which come under the umbrella of emotional well-being. Now the fourth is motivation. We need to stay motivated. Motivate. What is this motivation? Having purpose and drive, having a purpose in the life, that this is what I want to achieve in my life, as it is the positive, as it is a worthwhile goal. It benefits me, it benefits certain other people as well, without harming, without usurping the rights of the any other person, any other individual. So that is called motivation, having the purpose and drive in the life. Now the fifth is self-esteem. Self-esteem also, all of these 10 things which I am going to put forward in our today's talk, these are all meant by emotional well-being. Now the fifth is self-esteem. Self-esteem, possessing a positive self-image. Everybody have a self-image, and many of the people leading the bad life, they don't have a good self-image at all. But those people who have a good self-image, they are leading a good life. What is this self-image, by the way? It is our opinion about whom? About none other than we ourselves. So that is self-image. and that is self-esteem. Having a positive self-image is called the having a positive self-image is called the self-esteem. So this is the fifth thing which is needed, which is necessary for being and emotionally for having the emotional well-being. Now the sixth is relationship skills. So relationship skills, building and maintaining healthy relationships, building and maintaining healthy relationships. So that is called relationship skills. These relationship skills are also very important as far the emotional well-being is concerned. Now the seventh is coping skill. What is this coping skill? Effectively handling challenges and stressors. Coping skill, this is the 7 out of the 10 actually. After the 10 things which are meant by, which come under the umbrella of emotional well-being. So it is a, dear friends, it is a coping skill, it is relationship skill, building and maintaining healthy relationships. Now the seventh is coping, effectively handling challenges and stressors, effectively handling challenges and stressors. So that is called coping skills. Coping skills are also very important because we do face the challenges and the stresses many times in our lifetime. Rather, it is something which is happening almost on a day to day basis. So, the coping skills are also needed. Now, the eighth is emotional expression. Emotional expression. Healthy, healthily expressing emotions is called emotional expression. We do express our emotions, but in many of the cases, we don't express it positively, we don't express it healthily. So as for the healthily expressing our emotions are concerned, that is emotional expression. Now the 10th and the last is overall mental health. Overall mental health, enjoying a state of mental wellness, overall mental health. So these are the 10 things actually which does come under the umbrella of which does come under the umbrella of emotional well-being. Now, the bottom line is emotional well-being is essential for navigating life's challenges. Emotional well-being is essential. Emotional well-being is essential for navigating life's challenges, fostering meaningful relationships, fostering meaningful relationships, and overall mental health. So these are the 10 things actually which are so much important, or which are actually the kind of definition of mental well-being. It is important for all the people, for me, for you, for all other people, to somehow ensure that we are having the mental well-being, because this mental well-being, emotional well-being, this emotional well-being is very, very important. Without this emotional well-being, we are totally unable to lead a good life. This is the reason many of the people, they are wealthy, they are famous. Despite all that, they people are seen under a heavy mental stress. They people are seen, suffering from depression or many other mental illnesses. And there are cases which are not so rare. And these cases actually, the celebrities, the rich and famous people, they are seen, taking the anti-depression, medicines, drugs on the one hand, they fall into the drugs on the other hand. Some of them have attempted suicide even. So that is all for one reason, and this one reason is that they are not having the emotional well-being. Emotional well-being is highly, highly important. That's all for today. Thank you very much.